Hi everybody, it's Miranda and I'm back to do another plan with me in my Sterling Ink A5 for next week. So hope you can join in on the fun and grab your journals, grab a hot beverage. I'm drinking a hot tea today because it's a little bit cold here. And yeah, I hope you can join in. So I am planning for December 8th through the 14th, and I pulled out a couple of sheets, different sticker options to possibly use. This first sheet was actually gifted to me. I know it's cut in half because I had to fit it in my sticker binder and it was too big, so I just cut it right down the middle. But this was the sheet. It was gifted to me by my friend, and this is going to be the main theme for the kit. I really adore these woodland creatures, animals, and all the gold foiling. I am an absolute sucker for gold foiling, and this is definitely going to be my delight to use this for this coming week. So as you can see, it's got all these different animals, the polar bear, the foxes, the reindeer, and they've all got little gifts and very holiday themed. So, and the little sleigh down here is cute. So I'm going to use this one. And then I also pulled out just some little quotes. I've got these Christmas quotes from According to Allie. I have used some in the past, but you know, no big deal. So I've got this sheet and I've got two of this sheet, which is, it says like everything merry and happy always. Some people are worth melting for. I'm friggin' freezing. This one says winter kisses, snowflake wishes. And then this one's got the hello winter. So I pulled that out, and then I pulled out these two from the Pretty Pink Company. We'll see if I use them. I haven't used this one at all. These gingerbread themed kind of one, and then these with like little Christmas trees. And then I also have two sheets from Erica Crafts, Gold Christmas 1 and Gold Christmas 2. So they're very kind of on an ivory background and just lots of holiday themed ones. And then also this one was gifted to me by the same friend with some phrases for the holiday season. This is by Caitlin Plans. So I'm gonna see what's gonna work, and hopefully I'll be able to pull together a decent spread here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started and give myself some room. I do have quite a bit of things going on next week. It's, you know, I'm sure it's the same for you. We get to this time of the year, we come back from Thanksgiving, and it just seems like everything is like full throttle ahead. And you're like, okay, let's do this, but oh my gosh. So I'm really hoping maybe not next week. I mean, I'm gonna try, but you know, maybe not next week, but the week after, and then into the like holidays to find some moments of respite and to be able to enjoy the holidays. But right now it's just so busy. So I really needed to plan and kind of get this spread going. So let's see, I'm trying to think how I want to start this. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna look to see. I've got something going on every day next week, pretty much. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to get into it. I think what I was thinking is I'd like to kind of use the animals sort of around the outside, because I do need the, you know, the main bulk of the week to kind of plan all the stuff I have. So I might just start kind of putting them down around the outside, and it might change up the spread. I may not have sort of the weekly one. I might leave a little space here for my, you know, weekly list that I usually do. But I'm just gonna jump in and kind of get it started. So, and I'll try to leave some places to write maybe on the sidebar here, but I'm thinking all this bottom and, you know, all the way around the side with some of the little deco, the little snowflakes and the little gifts, that maybe that would work. So, all right, I popped down that polar bear there. I really like this little rabbit that's kind of jumping. These stickers are a little bit thicker, which I actually don't mind at this point. My Sterling Ink A5 is as chunky as it's gonna get. It's super thick, super, super chunky. And I think I'm gonna put the little guy this way. So what's another, you know, a little bit of added weight to the journal. So that's my thought. And this is cute. It looks like, let me see if you can see it. Sorry. He's given the little gift to the little bird. And let me think, what else might look nice? Actually, I'm going to stick, which hat do I like? I like these little hats on here too. I'm going to stick this little hat right, whoops. Uh-oh. I got to just find the back, the peeling of the backing. Oops, I've got paper on the back. 1 second here. I was going to stick this little hat on the polar bear, but there is backing. I pulled off the backing, but I'll be able to get this, pull this up. I hope. And my other little trick would be to just fold the edge just a little bit here, because they're just a little bit thicker. So maybe, there we go. Okay. All right. So now I might put the little hat right here on that polar bear, because why not? Even the polar bear wants to have some fun. And I like this fox, also with the little green present that the fox is holding. There we go. Oh, do I cut the fox? That's an idea. Let's do that, because it is right in the seam. Sorry, little guy, I'm going to cut you right in the middle, but you're still going to look cute. So I'm going to do this here, like he's peeking off the page, and then here's the rest of his body. Just because, you know, it's so, my journal is so chunky. And I do think I'm going to put the sleigh on the other end here. So I'm just going to peel this one off. These are, yeah, really nice solid stickers. Okay, I'm gonna put the sleigh maybe right here at the edge. Okay, and let's see, I've got 2 different Christmas trees, and I like this one. It's got a little more gold foiling to it. Whoops. I'm gonna pull this one maybe right here. Okay, and then maybe I'll stick, how about this red gift at the bottom of the little tree? Kind of a little scene there. And I probably have room here for one more animal. So I could put the raccoon, or I could put the little penguin. Oh, the owl would look cute. I think I'm going to put this penguin because it's facing the other way. So all these were sort of facing each other. And then this one can be, oh, maybe like it's putting something up on the tree. So maybe that's nice, I hope. It looks cute to me. And this little spot, I'm going to leave it for now. So let me think. Maybe I could put one of the phrases I've got. So let me pull those out. So something small, and I don't mind cutting. It's the most wonderful time of the year. 'Tis the season to be jolly. That kind of goes, it's a very whimsical, fun theme I'm trying to go for with all the animals. Yeah, actually, I like that one, and I like the red font. So I'm going to pull this up. This is on kind of transparent paper, sticker paper. So I'm going to cut it with the to be jolly part. And let's see, let's put the to be jolly right here. Oops, okay, that's got to go down. It's pretty straight. And then 'tis the season. Grab it off my finger here. Actually, I'm going to cut this even more. I'm going to cut all 3 words out because then I can spread it out across the bottom. That's what I'm thinking. So that's my plan. All right. So let's do 'tis first. So kind of here. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, so I've got that, and that's a cute little scene. I really like that. I'm thinking I could pull out some date covers. Let's see what I've got. They're gonna match or not. So this is my functional book, and the front section here has got all my date covers. So I'm looking kind of reds, greens, or holiday themed. I don't want craft paper. Although it might match the rabbit. I'll pull them out as options. Let's look. I do have gold. Oh, I have these ones, and these are very big. Let me pull these out. Someone gifted me these. They're very big. Maybe I could use these snow globes. I don't know if it'll be cohesive or not, but I will try. I'll at least look in just a moment. Let me show you if you didn't see them. These big snow globes. And got little ones. This kit is feeling like it needs something bigger. Maybe not something so small. Days of the week. Regular date scripts. I have these from the Coffee Monsters Co., but I'm not quite feeling it for this spread. So let me keep looking. I have these other more Christmas kind from the Coffee Monster Co. Okay, so let me look at what I pulled out. So I could go with the craft paper. These are the 3 options here. Or this gold foiling, which would bring in, you know, the gold foiling that's in the kit. Or I could go big with the snow globes and kind of, you know, cover up the whole, you know, it might take a line or 2 from the top, but that's okay. That I don't mind. I'm leaning towards the craft paper matches the rabbit, but it might change the, you know, I don't know. And I like the gold. All right, so I like the gold more than the craft. But then this would be really nice to use because they're so big. They're going to stand out more. Let me see if I just put one here. So it would look like that. So if I kind of put it up there, you know what? Let's do it. So I think it's going to take all the way to like the line 630. And I will just cover up the whole front. Okay. So let's do this. So, and then I can put maybe numbers underneath the like the Tuesday here. I could put like the number 9. And then that way I use these really big ones. I don't mind using these, like if that's the thing, I was saving them. I don't mind using them in the dailies, but then if I don't use it for a whole week, then the stickers are really big. And so I think it's better to use it kind of in the weekly spread. So I'm glad it worked for this spread. And all right, and here's the last one, Sunday, 14th. Okay, right there. All right, that's cool. So I'm gonna grab some date dots. I've got tons. Whoops. Something just went kerplunk. That's okay. So let's see, we are working on the 8th through the 14th. So, I've got so many date dots. Thinking small circles. I might have, I know I definitely have black, but I'm wondering if I have anything on blue. Although, you know, actually, I'll just make it easy. And I've got these from Sweet Kawaii Design, so I think I'll use that. And again, this is the 8th. Pull these out, so I'm thinking like right here. Or should I put it at, oh, actually, I'm gonna put it at the top. I think that's cuter. So how have you guys been doing? I hope everyone had a really good Thanksgiving. Since I came back from my week away for Thanksgiving, it's just been, yeah, like I was saying, work has been really busy. Life just kind of kicked it up a couple of notches, and I'm like, oh, I just got to, you know, try to stay on top of all the tasks I have to get done, all the things I have to do, including work. And I keep telling myself I just have to be more intentional with like my time, with all the things I'm doing. So, and I will get through it. So, okay, so that's the start of it. Now I do want to put something here to cover up the calendar. I could leave it, but I tend to cover it up. If I use one of these stickers, I would have to white it out, which is no problem, because these are all transparent. I'm not feeling this kit. I think it kind of won't go because this is very vibrant and whimsical. Let me think. I could put down, let's white it out. Maybe I'll put down a small little scene using the Pretty Pink Co. Stickers. And I got to get a book under here just to balance it out here. Okay. My desk is messy now, but that's all right. That means you're having a good planning sesh. There we go. I know it's bright white. If anyone knows of any whiteout that matches better to the sterling ink, and if you could comment, I would really appreciate it. Let me know. Because I don't mind the white, but sometimes I think, oh, I wish I could just find, I know for the Hobonichi, there's supposed to be a cream colored whiteout that matches the paper a bit better. But I have to do some research and figure out what matches better for the sterling ink, because the paper is more white than the Hobonichi. I think I'll put this right here, kind of a little gingerbread scene, little house. And maybe I might put one of the Christmas trees. Oh, actually, I'm gonna put one of the little gingerbreads. Whoop. He can be like mid-air hanging. Yeah, that's cute, just to cover up the calendar. Okay, so let me get into planning the actual week. So Monday, my friend has a planning virtual conference that she invited me to come to her house to attend. This is, I don't know the name of the actual company that's hosting it, but the name of the conference is Best Laid Plans Academy. So I think it's like all about planning how to set goals for 2026, you know, or any goals you want to set. But it's a 2-day conference, and I guess, you know, you can have as many people you want at your house to do this. And so my friend was really nice and said, hey, why don't you come over? So that's my thought, is I'm going to try to go over. I will go over on the Monday for sure, and kind of attend. So I'm thinking which colors to use. I could use some blue. I got a red. Got a light blue. I got dark blue. I have greens. I've got all kinds. Let's see. So I think for that one, I will do, let's do light blue. All right. And And actually what I think I'll do is put a little box around it. So it's from 11 to 1 at my friend's house. It'll be a fun time. I'll get to like maybe bring a planner, bring some note paper, start, you know, brainstorming 2026 goals. And then, you know, the class is supposed to kind of help you to figure out how do you make them into SMART goals. You know, how do you kind of get them so they're measurable and I'm not liking this blue. It's too light. So I'm going to switch just right over it. It's not standing out enough for me. There we go. That's better. Okay. Best Laid Plans Academy. I like the academy part. Like we're going to Hogwarts. And that's 11 to 1. Okay. And then maybe I'll do the same thing. It's also on Wednesday, so maybe I'll keep it some uniformity here. So Wednesday also, same timing, 11 to 1. Just jot that down again. That's also 11 to 1. Okay, so there's 2 of the items. And then on the 9th, I have work. So let me see. Grab a work sticker here. Let's see. It's a shorter day. So far, it's a shorter day unless it changes. Which one do I want to use? I'm looking at the colors. I will use, you know what? I'm going to use this little penguin because it kind of matches the animal theme. And I was thinking maybe one of these work stickers with the time. I'm looking at the colors here. Maybe I could pull, maybe this one, because there's that little bit of this, little bit of a close match with the fox down here at the bottom. So I'll pull that. So that is, oh, this I have to trim, no problem. I got work that day. So far is starting at 2:30. It might, my schedule might shift, but I'll put this here for now. And I'll put this little guy, do I want to put him here? Yeah, let's put him here. Okay, and then I can write it underneath. Let me grab, where'd my pen go? It's hiding under stickers, hiding under stickers. Here it is. Okay. So that's from 2:30 till 7:30. So far. Okay. And then I have work on Thursday. Let's see if I have a work. I have a work sticker. I'm thinking one of these, one of the little ones. Although also I could use, yeah, I like this one because I have another activity that might take up more space that day. Okay, so Thursday I have work at 11:30. So I'll put that kind of just right there, halfway in the middle. Okay, so this is 11:30. And then I have to go get some lab work done that day. And depending whether I would normally go early, but because that work appointment got booked, I'm probably going to have to go after work, because I never know how long it's going to take, you know, to get lab work done. They don't do it by appointment. You just kind of go in, and then usually I'm sure the holiday season, and yeah, I'm sure it's going to take just longer. So I've got lab work. I'll use this little one from the Coffee Monsters Co. I think that's the best one. I have more of those, so I'm not worried about it. But I think I'll put it, yeah, I think I'll put it right after, right around here. And I'll just write lab work here. Our blood work. Okay. And then I've got work on Friday. Back to the work page. I should have just left it open. There we go. I've got work Friday starting at 11. Let's see, I use this color. I have one more. Well, you know what? Let's do that. Be some continuity. I don't have any more of those little penguin ones. I think it came on a sampler, and it was really cute, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to use it, and this is the week I get to use it, which is kind of nice. Actually, I'm going to use this one. Because that day I do have a lot of work back to back, a lot of meetings back to back. So I'm probably going to feel like this by the time I get to Friday. So again, I just got to trim this one a little bit. All right, so then work there starts at 11. Oh, I could have moved that up a little. Let me see if I can pull the sticker up. Hold on. So I could write the actual appointments underneath it. Yeah. Okay. And I'll put it here. Leave a little white space so it's not as crowded. Okay, whoops. A little bit crooked. No problem, we can just quickly adjust. Okay. So I've got a meeting at 11. I've got a meeting at 12:30. And then I've got another meeting at 2. All right. And that morning, that day, is a friend's birthday. So I'm going to look to see on my birthday page, I should have little balloons, although I did use a whole bunch because I started setting up my work planner for 2026, and I used the little balloons from the Coffee Monster Co. that comes in the monthly kits to denote the birthdays in that planner. So, but this will look cute right here. My friend's birthday is that day. Maybe I'll use my red. Bring in a little more color. There we go. I will reach out to my friend, wish her a happy birthday, and I have an event on Saturday. My friend invited me, I guess, a whole bunch of people on Saturday are gonna go do, I guess it's called a pub crawl. So I have to think what sticker I'm gonna use for that. I don't drink, but there's going to be food involved, and I guess they wear like kind of ugly sweaters or sweatshirts, whatever you want. I'm like, oh, I have a sweatshirt I could wear because it is cold out here now. And it sounds fun. And I'm like, okay. And I guess, you know, she was telling me they don't get crazy or too drunk or whatever. So, but it sounds like a good time. So let me see. I have these ones for hanging out with people. Those are from the Coffee Monsters Co. I'm also going to look. This is my seasonal book. Because, you know, got way too many stickers. Let's see if there's anything that stands out. Deck yourself before you wreck yourself. That could be cute with some little ornaments. It's from Sweet Kawaii Design. It says, deck yourself before you wreck yourself. So that's a possibility. Let's see. Anything here that kind of stands out? I could put a little coffee cup. It's supposed to be like the red Starbucks cup. And I could look if I have any stickers. Oh, I could use this one because it's like ugly sweater. He's wearing like a big green. This is all Sweet Kawaii Design. He's got, you know, I think, yeah, his green jacket. He's holding a little gift. That could be pretty. I have some here. I've got a sweater here. Oh, it's kind of, some stickers are under it. I could pull this one. I could use that one. That's kind of a few choices here. I'm looking to see. Oh, maybe one of the phrases. Winter Wonderland. I'm taking my time with it because I don't, you know, I only get to this part of my book like once a year. So I know they're here, but I'm like, oh yeah, I have to remember to use my actual seasonal stickers now. So I think that's the last page. Then it gets into New Year's. So I think I will use some combination of these. Okay, so here's what's sticking on my hand. And this starts at 5 o'clock on Saturday. Okay, I have an idea. So I'm gonna do, I don't know how late it's gonna go, but I'm gonna stick with my boxed idea, but I'm gonna do maybe, oh, you know, and then wait a minute. I have, whoops. I have more of those garlands. Well, I pulled out the wrong book. I have more of the garlands, and so maybe that would work. Oh yeah, maybe I could use these garlands. They match the deck yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, so Saturday at 5. So maybe right here. Okay, maybe I'll do one down the middle. All right. And how do I want to do this? It can go to the evening, I don't mind. Let's see. Put that there. I like the deck yourself before you wreck yourself. Actually, I'm going to change that. So let's do it this way. Let's put that at the top of the start of the event. Maybe this one I could put here. And maybe I can put the sweater over the red ornament a little bit. Okay. Yeah, maybe like that. Okay. That looks cute. And then I'll just kind of, let me see. I might pull out a red pen here because I might have to write a lot for this one. So it's a pub crawl. And it's happening in Walnut Creek. And it's starting at 5 p.m. till who knows when. Dash. Okay, so that's cool. I got that down. And then I also want to note I have 2 family members who are going to be on a trip starting on the 13th. So let me pull out a small little banner. Let's see if I can find a color that's gonna work. Hopefully a red or a green would be great. This one has flowers, I don't want that. Just so I kind of have a little marker there to remind myself. This way I don't have any banners. I may not have any. What are we talking about? I definitely have banners. Hold on a minute. Let me look. I could use, that's a little too pinky. Kind of looking more, I want more red. And something thin. I don't mind if it takes a little more room, but whoops. Oh, and I could put a weekend sticker. But I do want to mark that they are going to be on the trip. Okay, what do I use? Let me see. I have a travel section. If any of those look right. They are flying out on the 13th. Nothing is kind of standing out. Okay, so what do I use then? All right, let's improvise. Let's make something up. I'm gonna stick with the red and blue. So, and I think they leave actually pretty early that day. So let's do, okay. All right. And then I will put down a weekend sticker. Often I forget. So I've got these in the blues, a couple of different shades of blue. I've got this big green one. It's gonna be a fun weekend, I hope. So how about, I could use the big one, but it's gonna be very big. I think I'll use this blue one. All right. Matches kind of the snow globes at the top. So I'll just put weekend here. Oops, let's see, move it over just a little. Oh, okay, it's gonna have to get cut. It's coming off the page. All right, let me see here. It's covering up the sad emoji from Friday. There we go, better. Okay, so let's see how it's looking. And I still left some room for a to-do or this week on this side. So let's go ahead and put that in. Let's see, this week. Oh, I've got happening this week. Yeah, let's stick with the blue at the top. Okay. So we'll just put this down, and it's got a little gold in there happening this week. So here we go. And then I can write down a few things here. Maybe I'll put a habit tracker. Oh, I don't know. I'll leave it for now. But yeah, I think that's kind of what I've got for now. So what do you guys think? I think it looks pretty cute. So, and then obviously I can put more of the animals and stuff, although they are pretty big. I don't want it to get super busy. I'll put some of these little snowflakes, maybe just around. Keep those wintry vibes going. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining in on the fun. And please like, share, and subscribe. And tell your friends. If you leave a comment, I will always respond to comments. And I will see you guys next week. Have a fantastic week. Stay warm. And find those moments of peace throughout your week. Okay, take care, everyone.